probably the most epic flea market vintage toy hunt I could possibly imagine.
Is it made by Nerf? That's ridiculous. Jeez.
And then 2 more.
Are you kidding me?
And they still glow.
I thought you'd like mine better.
I do. I like it much better. Ooh, it's early in the morning for 3.
I've had this pretty simple desire for a while now to go to a flea market in Ohio. Ohio's kind of what I consider the toy capital of the world, or at least the Midwest, something within driving distance for myself. I'm just over here in Indiana, so it's not that out of the question. I've been to multiple toy shows in Ohio. I've done private picks and collection buys. I've even gone to yard sales in Ohio, but I've never been to a flea market. In my mind, I just kind of imagine that being where the real deals get done. So finally, I decided just to kind of push everything else aside, chose a Saturday morning, woke up around 3:30 a.m., hit the road around 4:30, just wanted to see what a toy hunt like that would look like. Now, it's important to say that flea markets by nature are extremely hit or miss. Case in point, there is a local flea market that I've been to dozens of times over the course of this channel, and I think I've only released 4 to 5 videos from that spot. Those hauls range from so-so to pretty decent, but the other 30 times I left either nearly or completely empty-handed. But it's the thrill of the hunt, it's the fear of missing out, it keeps it fun, it keeps it exciting, you just never know. Now this particular Saturday, I got extremely lucky. I had no clue it was going to turn into what is probably the most epic flea market vintage toy hunt I could possibly imagine. But maybe I'm being dramatic, so just judge for yourself.
Laser disc.
2. Thanks, Tom. These here are
$1 a piece on these? Okay.
$2. Poster $2.
$2 a poster. Sure. Are these all $1 too?
No, the scary ones are 5.
Oh, okay, $5 a piece. And then what about the comics?
2.
$2. Mold. 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 What's up, man? What do you have on that guy?
Probably like $10.
$10. Okay.
You gotta try it out, man.
It's pretty awesome looking.
I don't think there's any gas in there. I think your can's in.
How about the puppets?
30 for the pair.
30 for the pair. What about just the one?
I'll keep them. Yeah.
Okay.
How about 25 for both?
Maybe. I'll think about that for a second. I'll definitely take this though. Okay. Thank you. Last question. How about these?
10.
10. Okay. Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Early in the morning, I find it pretty challenging to pass up on what seems like a really good deal. And that's kind of what happened here with this $10 Bandai Masked Rider Kuga and Tri-Chaser 2000. Since it's part of the B Club, which was probably some sort of member exclusive thing or something, I don't really know. But for $10, just seemed like a really solid deal on something like this to have never been opened, never been used, never been displayed. So I went ahead and grabbed this. And for another 10 bucks, the exact same scenario with this big bucket of Miss Party Surprise, little play sets and figures. I just kind of got Polly Pocket vibes off of this, so for 10 bucks, it just kind of seemed like a no-brainer. Like I said, it was early. Really, I'll probably never put in the work to actually sort this. If it was Polly Pocket or something like that, then yeah, I would put in the effort. Someone else will just get a good deal on this down the road because I'm just not going to put the work in. But there's a lot of them in there. It's from the 90s, I believe, so it was a good deal at 10 bucks.
What's up, man? That's awesome. What's the price on it?
I do 3.
300 bucks?
Yeah. We've got people chomping at the bits to get that right
Yeah.
now.
Ooh, it's early in the morning for 3. I'll never see it again, will I?
There's only one other picture of it online.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
For such a nice guy, you're going to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah. Let them know. Awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't think I got too much else.
Okay.
More common stuff. Just nothing out of the realm. You don't do Transformers, right?
I mean, for the right price, but
That's super rare.
Yeah.
It's from Europe, Italy, or France.
is that pre-Transformers or is it a gun?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of neat. How much is that?
I do 440.
440.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta think for a minute on that
Okay.
one. Thanks, man. I'll come back around and see you in a minute.
You didn't grab them puppets?
What's that?
You didn't grab those puppets?
I just didn't know about them.
Yeah.
Kind of want to.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
25 for the pair. Now you got me thinking.
That bald one's is different looking. You don't
Yeah.
see puppets like that.
All right, you're right. I'll be right back. Unless you want them.
You want to just leave that there?
Yeah, sure. You don't want the puppets, do you? I'm gonna do the puppets.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
All right. Thank you.
In most situations, especially this early in the morning, dropping 300 bucks on one item with what seemed like zero thought could be a little concerning. But when I saw this vintage General Mills Monster cereal bag, I just instantly knew that that was something that I was probably never going to see again. I really wish I could give you some sort of history on this thing, but like Tim said, there's like one picture on the internet and that's it. It's some like random Booberry fan site or something that looks like it's probably decades old, and there's a picture of one of these bags, but no info, nothing else. What I do know is that vintage Monster cereal stuff like Count Chocula and Booberry, Frankenberry, Fruit Brute, Yummy Mummy, stuff is highly, highly collectible, insanely hard to find. I personally would love to have a section dedicated to stuff like this, but this is the first piece that I've come across. It's one of those things where even an empty cereal box from a certain time period can be over $1,000. Just a hardcore fandom for this sort of thing. I went through so many pictures of different cereal boxes just to see if I could maybe find an offer for something that kind of resembled this. Found nothing. There was a pencil case that I think had the exact same artwork. Otherwise, this cool yellow school bag of some sort, no mention of it whatsoever. I just knew that if I wanted to add this thing to my collection, I was definitely going to have to act fast. Now, as far as the puppets go, it is a little strange that I even hesitated on these things. I think I had kind of a temporary brain glitch or something. I think my hang-up was that this second one just seemed in really bad shape. As you can see, like the hair's all coming off and it's kind of dirty, or maybe it used to have a mustache or something. And I kind of thought that this was the cooler looking puppet, but this one just seemed in better shape. And it does have what looks to be possibly blood on the shirt here. And I mean, that maybe adds to the story because, of course, I like weird, creepy things. But for some reason, I just kind of walked away from them. And then when Tim mentioned them, I went back and grabbed them. Really glad I did. 25 bucks for both of these, I think, was a fantastic deal. These are probably sometime from the 1970s, made by a company called Puppet Productions. I guess each one is a handmade puppet. But they're really cool. They're really unusual. You don't see stuff like this a lot. Brain glitch aside, glad I went back and got these.
What's up, man? How much you have on this thing?
60.
60? Does it work?
It works, but
the score won't change when you score. I don't know if it's
That's cool
easy
though.
fix or not.
Is it made by Nerf, or is that just?
It's Nerf branded. I don't know who actually made it, but it's only
crazy.
missing. There's a little scoop here and then a fire hydrant, but everything else is there.
Okay.
It has the 2 balls, all the figures, and everything.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Are there cars in there? You know? No.
That's track.
Gotcha.
Well, there's a controller, there's some parts of it.
Yeah,
Actually, everything's in there but the cars.
but the cars. Gotcha.
That's how they almost.
That's how I
always are.
usually find them for sure. Thank you. How much you have on these little guys?
Probably like $1 a piece, like ramp walker type.
Okay. I'll go ahead and grab these 4. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Oh, that's cool. Early camera. Hey.
Hi. What'd you find me?
Oh, they're right there.
$6, you can have that.
No, I'm looking for a woolly
$6 bucks?
bucket.
What's that?
On the back of the box.
Oh, there you go.
On the side.
You know, I've never bought one. Like all the
You
toys
should.
I've bought,
It's
I've
really
never bought it
nice.
to the Ruxpin. Thanks, man.
$1 off you.
Early Kenner, that's cool.
Isn't it?
I like it.
$5 box.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. 2 seniors ago.
I think it's worth that for sure.
Now, in all honesty, after walking around for a while, I could not get that Diaclone piece out of my head. It's not something I know a whole lot about, and now that more stuff was set up, I just kind of wanted to see if I could sneak a little glance at it. But my attention was quickly diverted when I saw this 1970 Kenner Sparkling Siren Top Screecher. I have a fondness for early Kenner. The stuff where you can tell that they were just kind of trying to get their footing way before the Star Wars craze where things really took off. The packaging on this Screecher is a prime example of that time period. Not much about this would look impressive out of the package, but for me, it's definitely the packaging that does it. $6, well spent.
Do you know where your bags are?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to grab those DVDs?
What you got on that?
40.
40 bucks. Is that the price on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about the GameCube?
20 because it's
20 bucks.
untested.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't find any double disc PS2
They're
games.
hard,
Yeah, so that's very clean, tested.
It does work?
Screens are good.
Okay.
Yeah, it works great. It should power on now. Actually,
Okay.
I had it.
On those 2, would you do 50?
I will.
Okay.
Yep. Give me your bag.
Sure. If you got one, that'd be great. Thanks,
you,
man.
sir.
Appreciate it.
I saw some people going through some totes of video games, so I thought I'd go sneak a peek. You know, I'm not a huge video game guy or anything, but I do try to pick them up for a good deal here and there because I just end up trading them or selling them to buy more toys. It's a continuous cycle that I like to participate in. For $50, I did think it was a good deal to go ahead and grab this early Nintendo DS, complete with the charger, with the stylus, as well as the GameCube console only, but I do have some cords, so I can go ahead and test this thing out. I think I have a game or two sitting around somewhere. If it works, it'll definitely be a solid deal. If not, still pretty decent.
Display something in there.
That'd be perfect for Hot Wheels.
Man, something. Yeah.
Yeah. Action figures.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it's better than having, you know, your average display case if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
It's got character.
Getting it home, though. That's the problem.
I got a big little kid over there, man. He can put it in his car.
How much is it, just out of curiosity?
I'll take $20 for it.
Jeez.
See?
That's ridiculous.
He'll help you get it in your car, man.
Yeah.
It's not even close to being perfect, but, you know.
It's cool,
that
though.
kind of money, I'm not sure what you expect.
Let me do a lap if it's still here.
Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna pull it up. Thanks, man.
How's it going with that?
Good, how are you?
That's never been played with. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
I sell a pair of those for 20, just so you know.
Oh, these two right here?
Yeah.
Okay. I love the box on this one.
I know. It's so cool. The truck has been cracked and glued.
Yeah.
But it's still a cool truck.
The
It's
box is
something
neat, yeah,
incredibly
for
hard
sure.
to find, I'm sure.
I just got in this little pile here.
I'll set it down there. I'll see what. Say $10 for all.
Yeah, sure.
Accessories
in there. Fashions. There's some stuff. What do you have on the turtle stuff?
I got 80 on the both bags.
80 on the two. Okay. Last question, what do you have on the Rattle Me Bones?
$5.
5?
It's empty. What do you got on that? $3.
There's some stuff in there. So we got 80, 10, and 5. Would you do 85?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. Should be 85.
Yep, perfect.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What about the bag of rings? I'm sorry.
That's it. 5.
$5.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Now, this was one of those super satisfying flea market deals. A little digging, a little unknown, a tiny bit of risk, $90 all in, padded by a nice little pile of smalls like the ideal Rattle Me Bones, some GoBots, Police Academy, some vintage novelty rings. Just a little handful to mitigate some of the risk for taking a chance on the turtles. $80 for the 2 big bags of turtles. I just noticed that there were lots of accessories in there, lots of figures, so I figured I'd just go ahead and take a shot. I seriously don't mind sorting turtles. What I said earlier about the Little Miss Party Surprise stuff, pretty much the exact opposite with turtles. I can sort those all day long. I did have to spend about an hour, and there was nothing crazy, like no scratch, no hot spot, nothing like that. But I was able to piece together 6 complete figures, around 16 almost complete figures with some accessories, 2 cheapskates fully complete, and a ton of accessories that I got sorted and separated for other figures that I may have or that I'll probably come across at some point. There are definitely some toy lines that feel like work when you're trying to sort them. For me, TMNT is not one of those toy lines.
Did someone grab the Diaclone thing?
No. So what's cool about this is it's the regular normal Takara release out of Japan. It's chrome. This has got like almost a salmon pinkish
That's
hue
cool.
to it.
So does it transform into like a Megatron style?
Yeah. It's
But it was-
called the Browning.
The Browning.
Yeah, that was originally, it was a Micro Change, which is Microman, which is kind of like Microdot, sort of. And there was the Browning, there was Megatron, and they also did like a Revolver.
That's all the
Highway
pieces?
Patrolman. Yes.
You've never steered me wrong before. That's a pretty cool piece. Look.
It is neat. I was told by my Transformer guy to put on eBay and put 900 on it.
Really? Alright, I think I'll take that.
Oh, I thought you said $4.40.
No, I didn't say $4.40.
That sounds about right. That's
Right?
What's up? How you been?
Good, man. I just went over to that
So I
little flea
thought
market
you'd
in
like
Flea's.
mine better.
I do. I like
Oh my
it much
God.
better.
Dude had a...
Thanks, man.
Yeah, when
Say
you're
what
50.
just
He's right over there.
I came with 20 too, but I spent those.
He sold me.
Are these the Lone Ranger horses?
Yeah, that's the whole set. Missing one gun, I believe. 2 guns. This one's separate.
Yeah.
There's 5 figures there, and then the 3 horses.
Okay. How much is that set?
I'd do 100 for the set. He got his little knife. He's got 2 guns. And he's got a shotgun.
I'm always tempted to buy this. Let me just wipe it out.
It comes with this book too.
Oh, nice.
Ain't no use having it no more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you guys.
I appreciate everything.
Take it easy.
When it came down to it, I just could not resist. I knew that this Diaclone was going to be a piece that if I didn't grab it, I was going to regret it. Something felt special about it. I personally don't know a lot about Transformers, and I know even less about the lines that came before Transformers. I just didn't have them as a kid, and I just never really got into them. My collection contains like 2 G1 Transformers, Megatron and Optimus Prime. About as basic as you can get, but just 2 pieces that I always wanted as a kid, never had, so I have them now. But one thing I've learned about Tim, he comes across some very unusual, very rare pieces. He prices very fairly, and I've never been left regretting anything I bought from him. Even if it wasn't something I decided to keep for the long run, the price is always good enough to where you're not going to be left in the hole. So if you have any doubts at all, you might as well just go ahead and grab it. This thing definitely took me down one of those research rabbit holes. I still don't know a whole lot about it. It's before Transformers. I think it might even be before the Takara versions of the stuff that came before Transformers. And I'm probably saying all those things wrong. But this was made by a company called Joustra. And I think it's French. So this would have been available for purchase in France, maybe some other European countries. And it seems like it just never ever hits the market. Of course, you spend $440 on something at a flea market, you're going to want to try to find out the value if you can. Could not find it. I looked on WorthPoint, I looked on TerraPeak, eBay, all that stuff. I have never seen this version of this robot for sale. Now, I'm sure there's plenty that have changed hands behind the scenes, toy shows, Facebook, things like that. But to actually find an example of one being sold, I couldn't do it. But one thing is for sure, I definitely feel like it's a special piece. The condition of the box is just extraordinary. The artwork is amazing. I have zero regrets about picking it up, and even though I can't find a value, I think I got a killer deal on it. But speaking of value, being able to knock out most of the 1980 Gabriel Lone Ranger line for $100, definitely a good deal on that. Now, I could very easily have just called it a day right there, but the cool thing about this flea market is right down the road, just minutes down the road, there is a bonus flea market. Maybe they're owned by the same people, I don't really know. But I had reached out to my friend Krista earlier on because I knew that she set up at one of them. She's the one that kind of recommended that I hit the other one first, and then if there was time, come check out the one that she sets up at. And I mean, 3 minutes down the road, I at least had to thank her for the suggestion. And little did I know, ...
Hi. doing?
Crazy, the first person I see is you.
Did you find something?
Oh yeah, it was good.
Nice.
It was good.
Nice.
It was a good one.
I got something.
What's that?
So we'll see if you're interested. If I bought it, I could bring it to your show, but
Okay.
we'll see if you're interested. They are expensive. I'm not gonna lie.
Kooky Spookies?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I got the set of 6.
Jeez.
And then 2 more.
Are you kidding me?
And they still glow. No, and these go for like 60 to 100
I
each.
know, I got 2 of them.
So this is the whole set, and then I have these 2 extra if you're interested.
I'm gonna throw this.
I was going to ask 400 on the set
400.
because they're 6. That makes them about whatever that math is each. And then these I was going to, I don't know, do like $80. But if you want them all, I mean, I was around $480, Anthony. But again, if you want them all, $400.
That's good.
I mean, they're just so hard to get and
I know
so
they are. I know.
obscure. And I'm like, Anthony's coming today. I was going to take him to your show, and then I was like, maybe he'll be interested. But if you paid, you know, like the 400, I'd throw these 2 in. So, but they still do glow, all of them.
Let me see how much I have.
Okay.
I spent a lot over there.
And if not, you can Venmo or just pay me
Okay.
at your show. I'm not worried about you.
Yeah, can I Venmo you?
Yeah, you can Venmo me for sure.
Okay.
Let me get my phone.
Right on.
Do you want all of them?
Yeah, I do.
4? Okay.
I do.
Let me get my phone.
Seeing that many kooky spookies in one place absolutely blew my mind. I've been on the hunt for these things for a while now, and I've been able to find 2. In case you don't know, Kooky Spookies are just little ghost finger puppets made by Hasbro in 1968, a little family of hippie ghosts. Each one glows in the dark and came with 1 accessory, and they are ridiculously hard to find. With accessories, even more obviously, but just finding them by themselves with no accessories, just 1 here and there, very, very, very tough. They can sometimes sell for hundreds of dollars a piece, so to be able to buy 8 at one time for $400, even though I was pretty strapped for cash at that point, I couldn't pass up on that deal. It just did not make sense to not jump on that deal. Once it's all said and done, that gives me some wiggle room to move the 4 that I don't need from my collection and make up probably a pretty good chunk of what I paid all in for these and the original 2 that I already had. And in my opinion, that is pretty much one of the most efficient ways to collect anything, really. Now, since I was yet at another flea market that I had never been to, I did go ahead and walk the other booths. I went inside and checked out the stalls that are kind of there all the time, that are set up more like stores. Ended up finding a couple more 12-inch Star Wars figures, beaters to add to the parts pile. But other than that, that was pretty much where my day ended. And even if I'm somehow able to top this at some point, I'm always going to feel like this is one of my favorite flea market trips ever. That is all I got for you this time. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching the video. But until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Love ya. Bye.